Have you ever promised yourself you'd focus for 2 hours, only to find yourself lost in social media? Your mind had other plans. Here's the truth. Most of us don't control our minds. We're passengers, watching thoughts drag us wherever they want. Swami Vivekananda cracked this code. He transformed from a restless student into someone with such mental clarity he could recall entire books after one reading. What makes his approach different? It's practical, not mystical. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 techniques you can use today. But let me be honest, this isn't a quick fix. Requires patience and practice. Our attention span has collapsed to 8 seconds. We're drowning in notifications and algorithmic feeds designed to hijack our focus. Vivekananda warned about this over a century ago. He said the untrained mind is like a drunken monkey stung by a scorpion and possessed by a ghost. Chaotic, reactive, completely out of control. Before becoming Swami Vivekananda, he was Narendra, a sharp but scattered young man. He'd debate for hours, question everything. Then he met Sri Ramakrishna, who claimed direct experience of the divine. Narendra asked, "Have you seen God?" Ramakrishna answered, "Yes. As clearly as I see you." That response shook Narendra. He recognized something he lacked: focus, certainty, a concentrated mind. Through years of practice, he learned to channel his mental energy. He became Vivekananda. What does mind control actually mean? It's not suppressing emotions or never having distracting thoughts. It means when you decide to focus, you can. When unhelpful thoughts arise, you acknowledge them and let them pass. When fear knocks, you choose whether to open the door. The first principle is concentration. Vivekananda said the mind's power is like scattered sunlight. Spread out, it warms but doesn't burn. Focus those rays through a lens, and they ignite fire. Your mental energy works the same way. Dispersed across dozens of tabs, it produces little, concentrated on one task. It becomes powerful. Here's your starting point. Choose 10 minutes daily. Sit comfortably. Focus on your breath. Your mind will wander within seconds. That's not failure, that's the practice. Each time you notice and return, you're building mental strength. After weeks of daily practice, tasks that felt impossible become easier. You're training neural pathways for sustained attention. The second principle is sense control. Our senses are gateways. What we see and hear influences our mental state. Vivekananda compared the mind to water. Leave it uncontrolled, it flows everywhere uselessly. Dig a channel, and you direct it exactly where needed. Modern sense control means conscious choices about inputs. Social media algorithms are designed to keep you scrolling. You need your own systems. Try this. Designate specific times to check messages. Turn off non-essential notifications. Create physical distance from your phone during focus work. The first day you'll reflexively reach for it dozens of times. That discomfort is your mind learning it's not in charge. You are. The third principle, you cannot stop thoughts by fighting them. Try not thinking about a blue elephant right now. What happened? The mind doesn't respond to suppression. It responds to redirection. Vivekananda taught that we are shaped by our thoughts. When negative patterns start, you can replace them with different perspectives. Instead of "I always mess up," try F. Prepared thoroughly. Instead of "I'm exhausted," acknowledge "I'm tired, and I have reserves to draw from." Each time you redirect, you weaken old pathways and strengthen new ones. Over months, your automatic thoughts shift. The fourth principle is discipline. Our culture worships motivation, waiting to feel inspired before acting. Vivekananda flipped this. Discipline creates freedom. The freedom to do what matters regardless of how you feel. Feelings are weather, constantly changing. Discipline is architecture that stands regardless of conditions. Build simple structures, a morning routine before checking your phone, designated work hours, regular exercise. Each time you honor these commitments, especially when you don't want to, You build self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of mental control. You will break discipline sometimes. That's not failure. That's data. What triggered it? What can you adjust? The fifth principle is meditation. There's a story about Vivekananda meditating when troublemakers threw stones at him. He didn't flinch. Later he said the mind can be trained to remain undisturbed. That's what consistent practice builds. Start with 5 minutes. Sit with your spine straight. Focus on your breath or a simple phrase. When distractions arise, notice them without judgment and return to your focus. You're not emptying your mind, you're training it to stay where you place it. After months of practice, your baseline becomes calmer. Anxious thoughts appear but don't hijack you as easily. You develop the ability to observe your own thinking. That gap between stimulus and response expands. In that gap lies your power to choose. Here's a practical framework. Week 1 to 2, establish 10 minutes daily concentration. Week 3 to 6, add sense control. Choose one input to regulate. Week 7 to 10, practice thought replacement daily. Week 11 to 13, build one disciplinary structure and protect it. Vivekananda said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become, not what you wish or hope. What you actually think repeatedly in quiet moments. That's what shapes you." This path isn't for everyone. But if you felt frustrated being unable to focus when it matters, pushed around by your own thoughts, knowing you're capable of more but can't access it, this framework offers a way forward. Not easy, not quick, but proven. The question isn't whether this works. The question is whether you'll work it. 90 days from now you could have a different relationship with your mind, or you could be exactly where you are now. The choice is yours, if you're ready. Commit to one thing, 10 minutes tomorrow morning, then see where it leads. As Vivekananda said, rise awake and stop not until the goal is reached.